Joining us now in studio, Jennifer Brozost, an education consultant for Private Education Advisory Service. She's also the co-author of the NYC, New York City Private School Admissions Handbook. Was it in your handbook, Jennifer, that maybe you should tell your kids to pretend that they are incredible athletes or cruise stars when they're really not?
No, that's absolutely not in my handbook. As a matter of fact, when we guide people for college, one of the things that we tell them is to really look for a college that is the right fit for them. This whole case makes it seem like there are only 4, 5, 6 right colleges to go to when there are so many great colleges. And what is missing in this is kids didn't get the chance to really look for colleges that would fulfill their passions and really fulfill who they are. Instead, their parents just paid off what they think is the elite college. It makes it seem that it's the only college to go to. But the thing that makes this incredibly egregious and unforgivable, these were families that have every opportunity available to them. It is horrific. These wealthy actresses and business people could have hired the best tutors. They could have got the best SAT tutors to help these kids.
These amounts for sure.
No, absolutely. And instead, they just decided to pay them off. And honestly, they took places away from kids that have worked so hard and should be in these schools, which is egregious.
Who do you place more blame on in this case? The parents, the children, the system, the people from the educational institutions that either cooperated or didn't do a good enough job to try and look into these applications?
I mean, it's a mix of both. I do not actually put the blame on the kids. I don't think, from what I've read, that a lot of these kids even knew that this was happening. I think authority comes top down, and it was the parents' jobs to maybe raise their children and explain to them that they have to work hard and what they need to do in the college process, not that everything should be handed to them. I also blame the universities.
Is there a loophole in the universities when it comes to, say, athletic departments? Because it sounds like, at least in one case, an athletic director working in cahoots with this other business said, oh yeah, we're interested in this person as a member of our athletic teams, when the athletic director knew the person didn't have any athletic skill. And yet the athletic department has so much power over admissions to say, hey, make sure you accept this kid because we may want them.
Yeah, well, I mean, the athletic departments, what I understand is they had a major part in this. They actually faked pictures that these kids were on the crew team or on the water polo team so they could go around the admissions and get them in that way.
So in this case, this investigation, we're only talking about 50 people. Is it safe to say that the extent of cheating goes beyond these 50 people?
Absolutely think it's safe to say that. I mean, I think this was like a year-long investigation. I mean, this is crazy, and I really hope that these people are punished appropriately, because I think that this is just such a bad use, it's horrible behavior, a bad use of wealth, and just really bad for the education system.
Do you see the system changing in terms of admissions, perhaps to provide more in terms of the verification of an application so that you know that the person who's applying is definitely that kid, that it's really their test scores, that they're not essentially gaming the athletic department in order to get in?
Yeah, well, I think now, after this case, because I think this is one of the biggest cases that has ever broken, there's going to be a lot more checking. I really do. I mean, they have to, and hopefully a lot of parents have learned from this, a valuable lesson.
Jennifer Brozost, she's an education consultant for Private Education Advisory Service. And Jennifer, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you so much.